This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Parrish, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing news. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And this week we'll be covering issues of Power Girl 17 and 21, I believe. Again, last week more thick as Batman. There we go. She has a brain gift. But I was gonna say, maybe we should talk about what you were just saying about DC Universe Infinite.
Oh, my complaint.
I don't think. I'm trying to remember. I think Marvel does that, where it's like once you read an issue, you go back in and it'll take you back to the beginning.
Well, I'll mention it. Maybe there's a way to do it, and I just don't know.
A setting, maybe, yeah.
I'm an idiot.
No. But last week we were talking Stephanie Brown Batgirl. There was a version of Stephanie Brown on last night's episode of Batwoman.
Oh, yeah? Was she Batgirl or spoiler or just herself?
I think she really wasn't anything. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if she showed up as spoiler soon here, because she was wearing purple and everyone was like trying to capture her dad, Clue Master.
Ooh, exciting.
He was like a former game show host.
Wait, is that what he was in the comics, or is that just for TV?
I'm trying to remember. I'm not sure, but like I know there was one point that like last night's show, like he had a couple of them in a booby trap, and like they had to answer questions about Gotham's criminals, and the one who's like, "Oh, this Gotham rogue is always green with envy, trying to copy me," and it was of course the Riddler.
I feel like the Riddler came first, but good try, Clue Master.
Exactly. He can't admit it.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, Stephanie was. I think she was a redhead. I mean, it was an. I don't know. The actress did an all right job, but I mean, the Clue Master guy. I mean, he looked a lot like the Clue Master from the comics. He had the long blonde hair and the ponytail and stuff.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so they really nailed it with him.
What station is that on?
CW.
Does it come out on HBO Max too?
I don't. Oh, you know what? The other CW shows I don't think were, but I don't know if season 2's on there, but I know they had already had season 1 of Batwoman on there. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't look because I watch it week to week, but I'm unless they wait for the season to be over, but I don't know.
I was just curious because I feel like it's still it makes a little more sense now if everything isn't on one platform now that most of the shows got moved to HBO Max. But I always found it irritating when DC Universe had the comics and the shows. Why all the shows weren't there?
Yeah, I know like the other, like the Flash and all those other shows, I think they had to deal with Netflix. I don't know if they're still there, so I don't know if they were waiting for that deal to run out before they brought the rest of those over.
Well, then how Pennyworth still is on Epics, and
oh yeah, I watched season 1, but I haven't watched season 2 because you got to pay for that channel. And I'm like,
yeah. I mean, I haven't watched any of it because I'm not paying for it.
I mean, season 1 wasn't bad, but I was like, I don't know if I'm going to pay a subscription because, I had somebody's login for the first season. I was like, I'm not going to pay for,
Right, yeah, that's the thing is, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, on principle, I don't want to have to keep paying for all of these different things.
Exactly, and that's like the only thing, at least the only DC thing over there. That's what I think I said in season 1. I'm like, did they beg for that show? Because, just because I'd never heard of that channel, but it's like Epic. So I was like, I had never heard of that channel before. And
yeah, it's definitely one of the lesser known movie channels.
Oh, definitely. I don't remember if they have any original programming, but yeah, I know it's interesting. The first season was interesting.
I don't doubt it sounds good. I'm just waiting until it comes. Wait for that I can watch it cheaper because I'm cheap.
They should put that on DC, HBO Max. Come
on. But what Phil was referring to earlier, I was saying on DC Universe Infinite, I like it, but it annoys me after I read the comic, do my homework for the podcast, and then I want to go through the comic while I'm talking to Phil. I just have to scroll all the way back. Like, is there a restart button? I can't find it.
Well, if you can't,
we should invent one. And if there is a restart button, and I'm an idiot and doesn't know about it, send that in to the email and tell me.
Well, if you tap and you can bring up in the corner there. Oh, there's it looks like a bunch of different squares. If you hit that, it'll show you each individual page. If you just tap on the cover.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
But yeah, I mean, automatically, if you finish the issue, if you go back in, it should take you back to the beginning.
Right, but instead it takes you to resume, and so I'm on the last page. Whatever. Guess you can't have everything.
Look those bugs up for you. Roll that out to the rest of the world. I know Australia's waiting for this app, so come on.
They haven't gotten it yet down there?
No, they said it was supposed to be sometime this spring or summer, so yeah. I mean, with the shows and the movies and stuff, I could see, but it's once it went straight comics, I'm like, why didn't they roll that out day one once it was
what? Yeah, I mean, you already own all the licenses for the comics. You shouldn't be like, oh, well.
And it's digital.
It's too complicated.
Yeah, it's digital.
It's too complicated. I can't handle this stuff.
Guess they don't want money.
Oh, so yeah, once Ray finally get DC Universe Infinite, then we can reel him in.
Oh yeah. He's chomping at the bit because he does a Superman show. Yeah, he said he wants to read more Nightwing. I think he wants to jump into some Flash too and stuff. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff he said he wants to read. So come on. Oh, of course.
I love Batman.
Thank you, Ray.
Who doesn't?
I know. Well, no, we always tease him because, he loves. He does a show on Moon Knight over at Marvel, and people I always say, "Oh, he's just Marvel Batman," and then they just annoy him.
All right, now that we've vented, are we ready?
Yes. All right. So yeah, the first one, Power Girl 17, cover date December
complaints.
Yes, December 2010.
Enter Batman.
Yes, and as time marches on, at least until New 52. As time marches on through the decades, man, Power Girl's chest just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I think it became a joke. It's just like.
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah, this time it's a square. That's just not practical at all.
Although I don't know if you ever read issue 1 of this series. She's always she's like, everyone asks me, why the boob window? She's like, well, I don't have to wear a mask because no one ever is looking at me in the face.
I mean, maybe that's true. What if she comes across a villain who's not attracted to women?
I don't know. Yeah.
Then they might not be that interested.
Unless it's another straight woman and she's like, how dare you? Look at that. What are you doing?
How they not flap around? Whatever. Anyway, so
Kryptonian. Yes, we open up with Nick Cho, who works for Power Girls, talking to her and Batman, aka Dick Grayson.
Which is funny how Dick Batman says, I know, but he's really chatty. Funny.
But I love that page where they're just kicking butt, with the title. It's she's thinking, I have to say I have much love for Bruce Wayne as Batman. There was and maybe is no one who was more dedicated to ridding the world of evil. It was beyond passion. It was beyond vocation. Every molecule of his body seemed to point in one direction, pointing the bad guys down. But that said, I digs me some Dick Grayson scooting around in the Kevlar pajamas. He makes it look easy the way Bruce did, but I swear to God, half the time it actually seems like he's having fun.
True.
Mm-hmm.
True. But she doesn't have time to admire him because they got to beat up some robots.
But like even like that first page there, well, the title page, it's like he's not doing like backflips and stuff, but yeah, like it's like if you look at any of the time he was Batman at this point, any of those books, it's like he's in the air more than Bruce.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he's in there. He's on that guy's head,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got his cape flying out, so he's avoiding the lasers.
Lasers.
Yep.
Like
Although, and then it turns out they're not robots because Power Girl flicks up the guy's mask, and it's a dude under there.
mm-hmm. And the one's like swearing at her.
Yeah, he was. Go yourself, you big rude.
And then like shoots her in the face with like a laser.
Not in the face.
Yeah, he looks pretty. Once she takes his mask off, he turns wimpy. He looks very scared.
Well, yeah, he shot her point blank range with that laser in the head, and then yeah, she's just like standing there looking mad. He's like, ooh.
You should be afraid. Potty mouth.
And Dick's like, oh, there's like a door in the floor, so yeah, has her punch their way in.
And she just, excuse me, just rips the door up. The guy's like, you don't scare me. I like hers. Dude, get a grip. I just tore open the 4-ton door to your safe room with my hands, and Batman is standing next to me. Of course you're scared.
I love that. It's like, yes, I'm very powerful, and Batman standing next to me.
You're terrified. Don't lie. Yeah, and then I guess she breaks his bazooka with her heat vision.
Yeah.
It rips in half.
I guess a Dick gets in the guy's face. 3 days ago, you tried to sell an armament to Randall Mikovic, codename Crash, cybernetic readaptive simulant humanoid. It went bad. You're going away for a laundry or stuff. Yeah. Now we're at the part where you tell me things. But yes, after you stole it from a government facility and before you tried to hawk it, Mikovic, who was turned into 9 feet of rampaging monster, you shipped it somewhere for over a week. I'm thinking of vacation somewhere cold. Where did it go? So the guy says Antarctica.
Yep.
As they're both in his face. Then they're up on the roof and Power Girl's about to go down there and she asks if he wants to come and he says, sorry, can't. Work's keeping me close to home.
Yep.
She says, yeah, she has her guy. And he's like, oh, the guy's an ex-con. And she's like,
He's like, you're the one who said he'd be a fine employee. He's
yeah.
like, yeah, that was for your company. This is an inside track to your life and safety.
And she looks at him and says, you sound like Bruce.
Just be careful. When am I not careful? You want a list? I heard that.
I know. Oh, see, he was being all Bruce, but not when he's swinging away. Got that grin on his face.
That's right. Plus, he's making jokes.
Mm-hmm.
You want a list? See, he said it quiet because he knows she has super hearing, so he can whisper it and she'll still hear it.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "I heard that," and he says, "I know."
But yeah, I mean, it's that's pretty much the end of Dick in this issue. But yeah, because
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Power Girl goes down to Antarctica, fights this secret weapon. It turns out to be a woman.
But another Kryptonian, right?
I don't know if it's I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I read the rest of these. Unless it's like I forget if it was actual Kryptonian or if it was just like they injected her with Kryptonian cells, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but yeah, it's somebody who can stand up to Power Girl, so
that's serious business.
Oh man, that Kryptonian looks like Gina Carano from The Mandalorian. So yeah, Kara gets smacked down by her, and what I know you were saying before we started, you're like you thought you were thinking like of different issues and stuff. I mean, some of these stories blur together to me, like the Dick is Batman stuff, because he was all over the place at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because he's in this one, but then when he's in 21, it's kind of small. His
Yeah.
part in 21 is kind of small, and all of a sudden Bruce pops up.
Mhm.
Wait, what?
I mean, yeah, he was all over the place. I mean, later in the year, we're gonna get the Booster Gold. He was over there. He was, well, again, Batman sells, and then again, I think wasn't Bruce back by this point? Yeah, Bruce is back by this point. So it's like, yeah, you got two Batmans that
Yeah.
run
Well, he's been in Booster Gold before. There's one where he's there's like kind of a Booster Gold 66 Batman one where he's in it. I was just reading that one the other day. Yeah.
But yeah, 21. April cover date April 2011. So we're inching ever closer to New 52.
Oh yeah, that's getting pretty close. Well, I mean, her book only went to 27 issues.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Yeah, her book ended when New 52 started. A bunch of them did like Booster Gold. Yeah, I was reading them. I was like, come on, Red Robin. I was like, how dare you get rid of Red Robin's book?
Well, I mean, they rebooted everybody, so they had to end everybody and make it new stuff.
Yeah, I know, but they brought back, of course, Batman, Superman got, new books, and Green Lantern.
What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
But this time,
But I like that cover. I mean, both these covers, I like them. The first one and then this one, they're like standing in a graveyard.
Yep. And for me, this was helpful, even though it was not a very good movie, that Wonder Woman 84 came out, because that's the only reason I knew who Max Lord was, because I didn't really...
Yes,
I can't really keep up with all the business tycoon villains out there.
Well, it's funny because in the late 80s, early 90s, it was like a betrayal because in the late 80s, early 90s, he actually like worked with the Justice League. He was almost like their business manager. Yeah. It's like in that era when like, Blue Beetle and Booster Gold were on the Justice League. Yeah.
Okay. But then he somehow, his nefarious plan was to get everybody to forget about him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because like at this point in 2011, for like the last, I don't know, was it like 5-6 years? Like, yeah, they like around the time, like right before Infinite Crisis, like, yeah, they showed Max was like like, I guess he wanted to either like to control all the superhumans on Earth, like because he was like he became like the king of checkmate and stuff, and
oh yeah, I do vaguely remember that. Okay, I have heard of him before the movie, but the movie was really what? Yeah.
Because the first one that started piecing it together was Ted Kord, Blue Beetle, and then like at the end of like some special, yeah, he killed Ted Kord, who he had worked with for years.
Right. Yes.
Oh, but that's the other Wonder Woman thing. Oh, what was that? Was it? Yeah, I think again it was like towards Infinite Crisis or something. Yeah, Max Lord with his telepathic powers took control of Superman. He had Superman like beat the crap out of Bruce, and they're all worried. Oh, who's he going to send them after next? We got to protect Lois. We got to protect everybody. And like, yeah, Wonder Woman goes and tracks down Max, and she like throws the lasso around them, and she says, how tell me how I break your control over Superman. He goes, you can't. He's like, I can't. He's like, as long as I live, I'm gonna have a back door into Superman's head. So that's when she breaks his neck.
Oh, okay. He's the one that Superwoman killed, or Wonder Woman killed.
Yeah, because
okay.
Yeah, because she threw the lasso on him, and he's like, yeah, honestly, yeah, I can't break my hold on him. I'll always have a way into his mind. So yeah, so she.
Okay, and then Bruce was all like, "Oh, I can't believe you killed someone."
Or even Clark was like, kind of giving her attitude, and it's like, well, he had the strongest force on the planet. What did you want me to do?
Also, I think it's in keeping depending on what's going on. Wonder Woman is an Amazon, and the Amazons are women warriors. That means they kill people.
Well, that's like when we were doing the big review, a bunch of us of Wonder Woman 84. That's like even me and Loth were saying, we're like, why didn't she break Max's neck in the movie like he did in comics? Because we were like, they had Superman kill Zod in Man of Steel, and like we were all agreeing, it's like, I could see Wonder Woman's gonna kill before Superman kills. Because like you said, she's an Amazon warrior.
Yeah, but that's not the tone they're going for with the movie.
I know, but it's like, he basically was telepathically, he was about to destroy the world. Everyone make your wishes, and it's,
Yes. But Zack Snyder didn't direct that movie, so.
I know, but I'm just saying Wonder Woman would kill before Superman. Or Batman.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Back to this.
I vented. Okay.
You're good. It connects, but and it's fine because there isn't a whole lot to say. Again, she just goes to Dick and she's like, who's Max Lord? A bad guy. I never heard of him. I know. You keep forgetting him. I was like,
oh yeah, because he was trying to make the whole world forget him so he could do whatever. But these ones on the front, that's like some of the Justice Leaguers Max Lord worked with while he was working with the Justice League. Yeah. Power Girl, Booster Gold, Fire Ice, Captain Atom. Is that Rocket Red, I think? Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. Overall, I'm not a huge fan of this art. I don't know. I think the faces look kind of weird. That's just, obviously it's way better than I could draw, but I don't know. The faces are kind of weird to me. But I do like that Dick Batman is not super hulking in this. I think they do a good job of capturing him as a smaller silhouette.
Yeah, and he's like shorter than the Power Girl, and like when you get to the end when Bruce shows up, yeah, he's shorter than Bruce. I think, is he shorter than Bruce? Yeah, you could tell he's like smaller than Bruce, like especially like the face and stuff. Yeah,
right. So I feel like his face is drawn kind of weird. There's like a weird line around it, but Dick's face. But I do think that they do a good job of drawing the body.
Mm-hmm.
And Nightwing makes a tiny little cameo in the background shot.
I like the art, but again, I've seen a lot of art, and I've seen way worse than.
Right. Like I said, it's not bad. It's just not I just think the face is weird. I don't know.
I was gonna say it's probably a lot different than probably most of the Nightwing stories you've read.
Yeah. So the faces are not my jam.
Yeah.
Okay, so then now. Yeah, and so then this was weird. It's like Bruce is just suddenly there. I guess we're not supposed to be, but when they finally bring the body up, she brings it down to, I don't know, it's probably not the cave, her little spot. I don't know. There's somewhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say she owns her own company, so that could be like her corporate headquarters or whatever. But yeah, that flashback where Dick, that one panel where you're saying Dick's, they have him in the Nightwing suit. Yeah, that's one like right before Ted got killed. He was trying to convince everyone. Yeah, Max is like pulling some shady stuff, and like no one would believe him, and that's when he got killed. So I think that's that's the thing. Power Girl was, I guess she was feeling guilty because she didn't believe him, and then he ended up, he had to go off on his own, and he ended up dead.
Right. So then Dick's like, I don't want to cut into your friend. She's like, prove I'm crazy. And then Bruce just suddenly shows up, and he's like, he won't. Whatever psychic attack Max Lord has unleashed seems to shy everyone affected away from facing the truth. Bruce, you remember? Yes, and so will he. So, why does Bruce remember? Why does Bruce know? Did this happen when he was dead?
Maybe. Or I'm trying to. In the beginning, did all those Justice Leaguers? Did the actual Justice League? Wait. Did those Justice Leaguers remember who he was?
I guess my question is,
because
when Ted Cord first died, did everyone think he killed himself, or were they like, oh, someone murdered Ted Cord?
No. Yeah, I think this was just like a recent mental assault by Max trying to trying to.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then that's probably why it doesn't affect Bruce, because he was probably lost in time when it happened.
Yeah,
something.
that or like those Justice Leaguers in the beginning, like I said, those are all the ones who worked with Max Lord. Like Bruce was on the team for a while when Max was there, so I don't know if it was just the ones who had worked with him who remembered. So yeah, again, that plus the fact maybe he was, he wasn't traveling through time. That could have done it too, or the old standby because I'm Batman.
Right, exactly, but that's so ridiculous.
Oh my God. I'm just waiting for the days. Like, yeah, I have a chip in my head. I had a chip implanted in my head. Yeah, no one's taking my mind over.
Oh my God. I have a tinfoil hat inside my skull.
Oh, if anyone would it'd be Bruce.
Yes.
But I love how like Bruce, like, because you could like just hear, Bruce probably trained Dick in like stuff like this, but yeah, getting him to look because they're examining Ted's body. He's like, "What do you see, Dick? Gunshot wound to the head, to the forehead. Unusual for a suicide? Yes." Dick's like, "Yeah, usual, but not unheard of. The exit wound seems to indicate the shot came straight on, odd angle." And again, Dick, odd but not impossible. The entry wound is off center, 3 centimeters to his left. Ted was right-handed. Strange that he shot himself with his left.
That was adept and nearly ambidextrous.
You are aware that at every turn you keep focusing on the least likely possibility. Dick, I am. And when Bruce is like, "You are," Dick's like, "Okay, go on." See, I like
his face in that one. How he's like, "I am," that like you can see that he's not just trying to be a jerk about it, and he's like that this is the weird psychic stuff.
And I do like that because like the most of the rest of the world's like, okay, they'll go with the least likely. But once Bruce starts explaining it to him, Dick's starting to sense that something's wrong. He's like, yeah, tell me, help me remember.
Right. Well, and I also like to appreciate that he's like, I am, that they point out, so that it isn't just like another case of everyone's a dumbass compared to Bruce.
Again, yeah, like, I like, once like Bruce starts laying out the clues, Dick can piece it together himself, yeah. Because he's talking about the shattered skull, and how's that possible with a self-inflicted gunshot wound? How is that possible with the muzzle of a gun pressed to the head? And Dick's like, it's not. Say it. I know you see it, Dick. Say it. He's like, Ted Cord was murdered. Remember it.
But I don't know. Is that somehow enough to break the spell?
I mean, I'm guessing, the evidence, again, it's a lot of other people might have just pushed it away, but Dick's like looked at all the evidence and he's like, wait a minute, this isn't logical. This doesn't make sense.
Right. And then they divide the work in a good way. I mean, slightly annoying if you want to see more Dick Batman because you don't, but in a reasonable way where he says, I'll contact the JLA and Oracle and talk to people. Whereas Bruce is like, okay, I want to go with Power Girl and beat people up. Which is the best use of their talents.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying it's also a little bit disappointing because it means you get more Bruce Wayne and you don't get any more Dick Grayson in the Power Girl.
I mean, Dick was getting a lot of play at this point, though, because it's like in the regular Batman book, well, at this point, Bruce was in Batman Incorporated, basically running around the world, like, setting up international Batmen. But meanwhile, in like Batman and Detective, Dick was like the Batman.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's true.
Yeah, Dick was showing up in a lot of other people's books, so. But yeah, like I said, I wonder if they just chose Bruce because he did work with Max and some of those others for a while, so if they wanted to make it personal. Okay, so I know what you felt about the art, but like, and again, we kind of like read like pieces of the story, but what did you think of these issues?
I mean, it was good. I thought there might be more. I was thinking there was going to be more Dick Batman in it, but it was okay.
You would think by the covers there would be, but yeah.
Right. And that's what I was thinking. I think maybe I had it confused with something else. I don't know. I feel like there was something else with him in Power Girl, but Maybe I imagined it because now I don't know what I'm talking about.
Unless it was like in some group thing or team book. Yeah.
Yeah, I typed in "World's Finest" like you said to see if I saw it, but
I was thinking
But,
about that, but I think it wasn't Dick and Power Girl in the last issue. That was like Dick and Superman, I think.
okay. Yeah, because it seems like there must be something else with Power Girl. Because I've seen before people on the internet being like, they should try having Nightwing and Power Girl hook up. But I'm like, do they even know each other? I mean, obviously they do, but
I mean, yeah, they've crossed paths, but I don't think they've ever been in like on the same team.
okay.
Because after Crisis, I mean, well, even before, I mean, she's was like more like the Justice Society and stuff, like in that corner.
Right. And I guess there is some in Earth 2 where he would have met her. Like the old Earth 2, like back in the day before.
Well, yeah,
Like the Earth 2 before
Crisis, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, because Earth 2 Dick would work with Helena Wayne, and she was like friends with Power Girl. So yeah, that.
Would it be in JSA Classified? When's that from?
She had the first arc in JSA Classified. I don't know if Dick was. I don't think, unless it was a real quick appearance. I don't know if he was in there.
I don't know. I'm just scrolling through it quick. Yeah, I don't know. I must have been imagining something else.
But I was going to say that might be something for us to look into next year. Some Earth 2 Dick Grayson adventures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I felt like I read something that was Dick, Batman, and Power Girl, and when I read these, the ones that you signed, like I totally didn't remember them at all. I was like, what was I thinking of? I don't know. It's a mystery.
Yeah, unless it was super.
Maybe someday I'll figure it out. Maybe Ted Cord wiped it, or not Ted Cord. Maybe Max Lord wiped it from my brain. Thanks a lot.
Unless it was Supergirl or something.
Yeah, I might have been thinking of Supergirl. Well, whatever. Such is life. This is what happens when you get old, kids.
I was gonna say, what is that, 2-3 or something of Supergirl's book from there, like mid 2000s, where she kisses Dick? Maybe that's what you're thinking about.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, that was weird though. I mean, we could do that, but did she like get aged down or something?
Yeah, I mean, after Crisis, there wasn't a Kryptonian Supergirl for a while. Then they kind of reintroduced her again, and she was a teenage. Yeah, she was like a teenage girl. It was like around, was it 2004 or something? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're always they changed with the girls. A lot of times they change their ages a lot. Like Raven, her ages always seems to be changing.
I know, but
Maybe
it's
not always, but
well, yeah. Well, when Jeff Johns brought back
been a couple different ages.
Well, the Raven that was like reincarnation or magic or
right, yeah. Because I don't think when she was invented in New Teen Titans, she had a name other than Raven. I don't think she was also Rachel.
Yeah, I don't think she had a. I don't think she.
And then later they added that she was Rachel. I think.
Yeah, they was.
I mean, I thought it was good. I mean, Power Girl seems kind of interesting. I like her sort of snarky bits.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you ever have a chance, maybe read some more of the series. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Like I said, I was reading it at the time, and yeah, it was pretty cool when like Batman would show up.
Yeah, it's not that long of a series. It seems like she doesn't. Well, I guess maybe most of her stuff's in JSA. I was like, that's like she doesn't have that many books.
Yeah. I mean, after Crisis, it was weird because she had been like Earth 2 Supergirl, but then after Crisis, it was like, okay, there was no Earth 2, so where does Power Girl come from? They tried all kinds of retcon and stuff. Like I think she was like an Atlantean or descended from some kind of Atlantean sorcerer at some point. They tried so many different things, but then thankfully then Infinite Crisis came along and brought back the multiverse. They're like, okay, she was from the multiverse. Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand why they would not. I mean, the multiverse is great because then you have it just like doing the Elseworlds. Now you don't even need Elseworlds. Just be like, it's this other world. I mean, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think, Phil?
I don't know why they collapsed the multiverse in Crisis. I don't know. I guess they thought it was too complicated and there was too many worlds and stuff. But then it's like they created so many problems for themselves.
Right. Well. Such is life.
I know. All right. Is it? I believe it's next week. The new issue of Nightwing comes out. Let me double check. We keep
Maybe?
saying it. I believe. Yeah, I believe it's the 18th. I believe. I will double check.
Okay.
I love every week. We're like, when's it come out?
I know, we should remember.
Sorry, kids. We're old. Yeah, next week. May 8th.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, alrighty then. So we'll have that one along with.
Yeah, I'll pull up the schedule. I think it's the one where we have the. Oh yeah, we did. We changed the schedule for. Is that the one where we added the Batman Adventures issue?
Yeah, we took 2 of them away because I previewed them and they weren't that good.
The teacher previewed them, kids, and they weren't.
So I substituted a better one, the one that I really wanted.
Yeah. So
And we're talking next week is the new one, and then we're talking about the trophies in the Batcave.
Yes. Yes. Next time, along with new issue Nightwing 80, we'll be covering Batman 35, World's Finest number 30, and Batman Adventures number 12. So,
well, particularly the one we're interested in Batman 35 is I'm pretty sure that's the Dinosaur Island one. It's either the dinosaurs or the penny plunderers, whichever one.
I can't remember.
We're focusing on the giant dinosaur and the giant coin, everyone. So look for those stories.
Yes.
And then actually Batman Adventures is good because the main story is a good Nightwing Batman one, but then the backup story is about the dinosaur. So I feel like we should do Batman 35, World's Finest, the backup story, then we can talk about the main Nightwing story.
Yeah, that Batman Adventures will be good too because we did one episode, one or a few episodes of the animated series, but we haven't touched on a lot of Dick Grayson from the animated series. So,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, and a lot of the Batman Beyond stuff he's in, I've never even read.
Oh yeah. So yeah, all that next week, and then in 2 weeks, Nightwing: The New Order miniseries by Mr. Kyle Higgins. And then in 3 weeks, it's this show's turn for the Eclipso crossover. The New Titans annual number 8 and Deathstroke the Terminator annual number 1.
Ooh.
And then the week after that is a Kristen pick, Batman 232.
Otherwise known as the Demon's Quest if you watch Batman the Animated Series.
Yes. Oh, yeah, since we only have one issue that week, I wonder if we should do a comparison between the animated and the comic book.
We can do that.
I remember to watch that. All right.
It's a 2-parter.
Yes. Roz. Oh, cool. How do you say it, kids? Do you say it Roz or do you say it Ray Shuggle? I believe that didn't the animated series say Raish, but I think everywhere else it's like Roz.
I don't know. I'll ask my friends who speak Arabic what they would say.
True. And I was going to say, I believe Denny O'Neil, who created the character, had a way to say, I can't forget which way he said it. All right. So anything else?
I think that's everything.
Okay. Oh, and if kids, if you can remember any other appearances of or team ups of Dick Grayson and Power Girl, send us a email or a voicemail. Yeah, refresh our memories. So yes, and you can send those to capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Nightwing News on Facebook, Twitter. I can find links to all of the various social media for all of our shows, links to this YouTube channel, links to the Patreon. More and more stuff's getting added there, links to merch, links to everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio and Hunt a Killer. Use the code Southgate for both of those for discounts. And then go pick up Pod Life the book, Volume 1, now digital and paperback. Audio version coming soon. And that is not enough for you to read. So you must go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. You must read that many times over. We'll buy it, read it many times over, and you can send us feedback. Seriously. And remember to do Amazon reviews for that too. Helps people find the book on Amazon. All right. So, and when you do all that on Amazon, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that man who no one can forget, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain. So says Master Doom.
Please kick me in the pants. Mark my words.
All righty. And we mentioned Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Yes. Put together by Kristen. So you know it's quality. Go pick it up. No one can make you forget that. All right, kids. Go do your homework. Again, next week, new issue. And then Batman 35, what is it? World's Finest 30, and Batman Adventures number 12. And we're getting closer and closer to episode 100. About 2 months away. This is 92. Episode 92. Good stuff coming. All right. So, until next time, join us, same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News. Keep dying.